first sun in your eyes, eliminating any lights in the evening, especially when it comes down to like white lights, eliminating the television, for example, or usage of smartphone at least 2 hours before you start to wind down. Sometimes taking magnesium, glycinate, L-theanine, all that stuff works really, really good. But you actually have to, it's not so much about just taking supplements. You actually have to practice. You have to practice it to actually be in a good level. We haven't had sun for 3 days. Finally, we just got some sun right now. It's been cloudy. Actually, it snowed a couple of days ago. So it's been brutal for a month of May. It's unusual like that. And we had a couple of deers come to the end yesterday. It was very exciting. But yeah, that's what you have to practice is start to wind down at least 2 hours before you sleep. Like eliminate all the smartphone usage. Use like a blackout curtains. Eliminate any small LED light in your room. Any EMF signal. If you have internet, disable it at night. All these things, all these little small things matters how you sleep and how you actually wake up the next day feeling refreshed. So it's very, very crucial you do that. If you don't do it, it's gonna actually be very tough to actually go into like REM or even get any deep sleep even. John, hey, how are you? I've been drinking chamomile tea. It helps. Yeah, chamomile tea helps. Any type of teas that tend to actually helps you relax would definitely work. Calm you down, calms your nervous system down. So all that stuff helps. You can actually, chamomile is good. There's cherry tart is good. Lion's mane. For some people it works amazing. For some people they don't feel it. What else is there to help with relaxation? I'm trying to think on top of my head right now with the sleep. Even thought I don't get REM, I always wake up feeling great and have lots of energy. So the REM sleep is like almost like your dream section, right? If you're not dreaming, if you are dreaming, you are getting some type of REM sleep. But if you're feeling refreshed every time you wake up, it's more of the deep sleep that you're getting, which is fine as well too. We need to go into deep sleep so we can actually recover correctly. Alignment, you mean as a chiropractor alignment? Is that what you mean? Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It is good to actually allow proper flow, because sometimes I believe certain nerves and stuff, they get pinched, and it is good to actually help relieve that. Epigenin, is that what you mean, Epigenin? I've used it before. It is a good product, especially if you're looking for more of a brain function and other things. Lemon balm, good to relax. Passion flower, yeah, all these things are good. If you have access to them, definitely. I have a stag that I actually use. It does have lemon balm and cherry tart and magnesium glycinate, L-theanine. It's about 4 or 5 different products you can use together. GABA is really good. I have to take double the lion's mane to get the desired effect. Yeah, certain individuals varies, right? Certain individuals, they can take 200 milligrams and feel great, and certain individuals, they have to take double the dose. So every person is different, 100%. So don't just rely on what it says on the bottle. Rely based on how you feel. Since you are tuned in with your body, you'll know exactly whether you're actually getting good sleep or not, or whether you need a dose or not. It's very, very good. 5-HTP, all that stuff. Sometimes a lot of these things I don't like to actually take them directly. It's always good to take the precursor, because when you take the precursor, it will actually give your body whatever it needs. So for example, if you're taking melatonin, some people do really good on melatonin, and some people, when they take it, they stay wide awake, because sometimes you're either taking too much or too little. So if you take, let's say, cherry tart does actually convert and gives your body the proper melatonin that it requires. So same thing with 5-HTP and other products out there. Same thing with GABA as well. What can you do for wheezing, shortness after exposure to air pollutants and dust? The only thing you can do is either do zeolite, so you can actually flush out that, or take some taurine. Taurine helps quite a bit as well. But if you're having issues with your lungs, you can always take NaC, so you can actually flush out any mucus. How much L-theanine can I take to sleep? You can take 200, 400, 600 milligrams. It varies. I've tried 400 milligrams. The downfall with 400 milligrams, if you're gonna take magnesium, you're gonna wake up in the morning feeling groggy a bit. If you're not gonna take magnesium, glycinate, and you're just gonna take L-theanine, you can take 400, you can even take 600 milligrams. It still works really well. Hi, I just joined you today. Cheers. What is your viewpoint of ashwagandha? Ashwagandha is not bad for relaxation and stress, and it does actually enhance your adrenals, especially anybody who has DHEA issues. But the problem is you have to cycle it. Okay, if you don't cycle it correctly, it can actually cause adverse reaction, such as depression, and it can overtire your adrenals. Marjorie, I'm a clinical nutritionist, not a doctor. Doctors don't talk about nutrition at all, very rarely. Hey, what's the difference between taurine and taurate? It's the same thing. Taurine is taurate, but once they actually mix it with magnesium, they change the name to taurate, and that's all it is. But it is 100% taurine. But they just came up with a name. Every time they mix it with something else, they change the name. Same thing with the glycinate. When they mix it with magnesium, that's what they call it. But technically, it is the amino acid glycine. So a lot of these things are the same. Hey guys. I just had to enlarge the font. Sometimes it's sunny, cloudy, been raining, snow in the month of May. Can you believe that? And half of my plants died because we ended up having a frost for 3 days in a row. Couldn't keep them warm. Even thought I covered the whole greenhouse, as you guys can see, but it actually snowed in the month of May. It's almost the end of May, and it's snowing, and it's been hitting like 0 degrees at night. Can't believe I've been actually still turning on the gas here just so I can stay warm. Global warming, they say. Yeah, no kidding. It's all bullshit. It's all, and we keep, like, every time we get a clear sky, it's funny, you see these chemtrails going by to cool down the weather even more. Have you got green fingers, Maurice? I got green fingers. My cucumbers, usually they do really well, and this year already half of them died because of the weather. You are way above sea level. We're not as high as Calgary. Calgary is 3,500. We're about, I think up here was about 29 or 2,800. Hit the hearts for Maurice. Yes, guys. Same here in Colorado. Oh, really? Snow as well too, or probably bad weather. Yeah, this whole summer, like, our summer is so freaking short. Our summer is so short, but yet, we keep getting hit with rain and snow that we haven't even enjoyed it. Like, even the mountain behind me up there, still a lot of snow on it. Usually by now it's already melted by the first week of May. What do you think of baklava? Baklava is good. The only downfall about it is the way it's processed. It is very heavy in sugars. So let's say if we take the sugars out and we end up using xylitol or monk fruit, that's not bad. But the dough they make it, I wish it would be like fermented. A lot of these doughs, if you already buy it pre-made, it's actually, at least 40% of it is soybeans. So you just gotta be careful. Look at the ingredients. Very, very crucial. Unless you're making your own, then I would actually do it from like a fermented or sprouted grains, just so you can actually reduce the effect a bit. But yeah, if you buy it already pre-made, most of the time it's if they're buying it themselves and they're not actually making it from scratch, then it does have soy in it quite a bit. I'm from South Africa. Nice weather. Cheers to that. Yeah, beautiful probably in South Africa compared to us here. It's getting cold. So it's too cold. The sun just came out today. We've been waiting for it for 3 days. That's why I haven't been coming on. I've been busy finishing the covering the ground where we actually did put the wire. I still have one more section, or else the guys for tomorrow they won't be able to drive up to drop off the insulation, all that stuff, all the material for me. They are blocking the sun too much. Oh, they are. It's funny. You know, once the sky we get like a small crack, you can actually see the sun. Then actually after that it gets like pitch black again. Indian Hills, Colorado, major chemtrails. That's crazy. Potatoes and onions doing well. 7,500. Wow. Yeah, the onions are starting to grow. I only grow onions in between, just to actually keep the deers away, because they came and ate some of my cucumbers the other day. But yeah, nice to see you on this platform. Zaza, hey, how are you? It's very cold this morning in Sydney. My area is 4 degrees. Wow. Yeah, it's like this everywhere. It's the way they're playing with the weather is just insane. Just doesn't make sense. Already cool enough. A lot of these areas. I need to go sit my. I had way too much coffee this morning. Was up at 4. Was freezing. By now, usually I would have like maybe 1 espresso shot or maybe maximum 2, and I would take my last one before I train. I've already had 4 espresso shots. That's not good. I was a little bit in a stress situation, so I need to sit and relax. 4 espresso shot killed me. I shouldn't have had that much. Beautiful weather here in London. Cheers, Miss Cosmo. As long as you're getting some good weather. Look at ours, it's nice and black. It's gonna rain now soon. Potatoes and onions, doing good. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about LDL numbers. I've been getting lots of emails from people being worried. Especially we have a specific doctor on this platform. He goes by the name of Dr. Aloe. I don't know if you guys heard of him or not. He's been stressing out a lot of people, and he's putting a lot of, I think, fear mongering and pressure tactics on a lot of people that a lot of you are being aware of, and a lot of you guys are being scared of. That I got over 100 emails this morning in regards to LDL cholesterol, and I don't know what the hell you guys are worried about. He's a big pharma salesman. Oh, he is. Where is he from, please? Where is he from? I think he lives in the US. He wants my LDL to be like 40. Yeah, I think he's out of it. He's not really looking the materials really good, or he's not really analyzing a lot of the scientific literature. I think his license is bullshit. Yeah, Dr. Aloe, and all he does is just push statins insane, and he wants LDL levels to be below 40. So I got a lot of patients the other day, and I got quite a bit sending me a couple emails this morning. It was a little bit stressful to actually respond. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Cheer, Michael. Thanks so much for connecting with us. Look, it's starting to rain again. We just had the sun, and it's just starting to rain. He's from the Middle East, I think, Iran. I think so. Yeah, his real name is Muhammad Aloe or something. Yeah, he is Middle Eastern. So I should go ahead and head against him. More than happy to go on a conversation with him. Maybe he could actually hear this. These dogs are out for the fame and fortune. He is Syrian. Okay, that's good to know, Nadia. Thanks so much for sharing that. So we'll I'm sure I can speak Arabic with him and his dialects as well too. But yeah, it is frustrating to see people like that they just keep pushing pharmaceutical bullshit. BC weather is always changing fast. Oh, it's crazy, Eric. You know, 1 minute we have like sunny day, another minute it's raining, and I still have to finish I still have to finish. I still have like probably 5 hours worth of work I have to dig and finish before tomorrow morning, or else these guys can't deliver the stuff. Then they'll have to actually deliver it all the way in the bottom, and I have to actually walk it up. I'll be exhausted. His real name is Ali Muhammad. So why the hell does he call himself Alo, Dr. Alo? It's 10 at night in South Africa. It's tropical April weather in Sweden. Nice. And it's the rainy season in Canada. Like, seriously, if this continues, love you from Montreal, Canada. Cheers. We all love you from BC here. You know, seriously, if the weather continues like that in Canada, I think I'll have to move like to the US or somewhere European countries so I can actually enjoy some real summer. Because sometimes we get sick of having too much cold and water and not enough sun. Yesterday we actually had a tree drop right behind me, I guess too. I had to go up this morning and cut it up. I guess that's the British legacy, Maurice, the changeable weather. Yeah, no kidding. He stressed me out so much about LDL. Yeah, don't worry about LDL is irrelevant. It's not whether it's high or not. It's whether there's oxidization process. And even if there's oxidization, if your blood flow and your arterial flow is correct and there's no damage to your glycocalyx, then you should be fine. Seriously, and the way you can strengthen your glycocalyx is with magnesium ionic chloride. That's why I always push that product so much on you guys. Vitamin C is another great product because it's stimulation of the collagen. You know, back on Dr. Linus Pauling, you can always take lysine and proline as well to strengthen your arteries. And and the only reason we need vitamin C quite a bit because we don't make it anymore, because due to a gene defect that I believe us a human and guinea pigs and certain mammals don't make vitamin C, and that's why we experience heart attacks. It's very, very interesting. It's starting to rain. Duke, it's raining. Let's go. Let's get in a little tiny house. I don't want to get wet. Oh man, that's how it was yesterday. Back and forth. I go outside. I shovel for like 10 minutes. We go back in because we get rain. Then we go back outside again. I'm saturated now. I think no more irregular heartbeat. That's good. No more irregular heartbeat. That's a good sign. So now we just have to kind of get your RBC magnesium to make sure you're sufficient enough. Hi, do you do blood work analysis? I do. I do read it in specific, and I can actually recommend a lot of different blood work. Depends on your situation. Pretty soon, raise my blood sugar. How can I lower it fast? How can you lower it fast? You can take berber. Well, you can't really lower it fast. Like if your HbA1c goes up, technically, we can only reduce it within about 45 days to 90 days, right? So it's not whether it's fast or not. It's okay if it's up, as long as you can actually control it while you're actually lowering it. My learning says ApoB, ApoA1 is the only important marker. Am I wrong? ApoB, ApoA1 tells you whether there's atherosclerosis. That's one factor. The other factor is LPPLA2 for soft plaque and MPO for soft plaque. LP small a is a genetic as well. You need to lower that, or else that's what actually accumulates in the arteries to actually prevent, let's say, leakage or calcifications. But you can actually lower that and control that number. There's other factors as well too. You got to make sure your kidneys are running correctly, it's filtering correctly, your blood flow is stable, all that stuff. What food is good for iron? A nice ribeye steak cooked in a nice skillet, medium rare. Top it off with some like a grass-fed, grass-finished butter on top. That's like your super delicious, rich iron form. Hello, I'm concerned because my daughter isn't eating as much as she should be. What can I do about it? Any solution, please? It depends. When they're young, they're always playing and they're always being so active that sometimes they don't eat as well. But as long as they're getting at least one good meal that is like heavy, nutrient dense, that's fine. There's no issues. And that's how she can still kind of saturate her body with proper vitamins and minerals. I wouldn't do anything else. I wouldn't really force anything else. Just gonna keep it nice and simple. What's a good magnesium? Is good for reflux, esophagus, ulcer. Magnesium ionic chloride. And for whenever you have issue with your reflux, you have to start doing food combining as well too would be ideal. Hey Ritik, how are you? Oh man, I shouldn't have ate. I ate and I came out right away to play with Duke. I feel tired and I haven't had blue cheese for so long, and I ate a huge piece right now. And it's getting me tired. I think maybe it's left me an issue with it or something, or maybe it's not even aged properly. This sucks. I had like 3 eggs, 1 steak, probably about like 4 ounces of blue cheese. Usually I would only eat like 1 ounce of blue cheese. How much and how often do we take the magnesium? You gotta take at least 200 milligrams of magnesium every 3-4 hours. That's the only way you can actually saturate your body. That's the only way your body can actually absorb a small amount at a time. I think I need to start doing my fast. I was thinking of doing like a 6-day fast in the month of June. You are low on fish. I have no fish at all, Eric. I have no fish at all. I need to start to go out and fish. I need to fix my kayak. I took it out and there's like a couple holes in it from heavy snow. It's like cracked. Does butyric mimic UC? What do you mean by UC? This is a vague question, I realize, but looking for nutrition's ways to heal my body. Fibro and severe bilateral TOS. I've tried about everything. Yeah, send me a message, Michael. I can give you some directions. We can kind of go a little bit more in specific on it if you want. I don't know if it mimics UC like you mentioned, George. I have to look into that. I don't think it does mimic that. I never came across any study that butyric acid does that. Husband testosterone is too airy. How to increase naturally? It's not whether Jeanette. It's not whether his testosterone is low. It's probably he's more estrogen dominant. So it's good to get a blood test first. Check your estrogen levels. Once you check your estrogen levels, then we can say whether he needs to actually. We can try some supplementation first for increasing his testosterone. If it doesn't work, then we can look into synthetic stuff. But as a beginning stage, I would check their estradiol, DHEA, all the estrogen blood work, just to make sure he's not estrogen dominant. And the only reason a lot of guys are estrogen dominant is because we tend to kind of consume a lot of things, a lot of materials and plastic mimics that. Creatine works for cognitive function. Yeah, it does, because it boosts up your mitochondria levels as well too. By the way, thanks for your advice before about increasing low platelet count. I've started eating 1 steak per week as you recommended. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, keep at it, and that's gonna actually help with that. And if you take vitamin C, you can actually increase it as well too. Same thing with ferritin levels as well too, Nona. How do you see a Dutch test? I think a Dutch test it's not bad, but sometimes it's more of a waste of money. There's other testing that they actually give you better idea what's going on in your system. But if you have any of these tests, I can do a full analysis on it, no problem. Is Moringa capsule good, and what the benefits? I think they're waste of money. You wanna get nutrients density, guys? Eat meat, eat animal products, eat fish, eggs, cheeses. That's your dense nutrients. Taking omega-3 every healthy for you. Taking omega-3 is okay. It depends where it's coming from. I like cod liver oil that does not oxidize as quick as anchovies and other omega-3 fish. And we try to look for DHA, high levels of DHA. Does Duke love it out here? Oh, he loves it. He's playing with me right now. It's just the weather hasn't been nice, Jeanette. It just changes so much in the past couple of days. We still have snow on the mountain. Everything's freezing up. What kind of boots are you wearing? Oh, let me show you. I bought these from Cabela's. They're like a hiking boots I wear, but I bought them from Cabela's. They're Keen. That's the only ones I like, actually. They're nice and comfortable. Norwegian cod liver oil is the best. That's the one, Nadia. Yes, 100%. Um, awesome, Maurice. Thanks. Yeah, no, Norwegian cod liver oil is good. It's very stable. I know the company very well. Unfortunately, they don't want to deliver or ship to Canada anymore, so it's becoming discontinued here in Canada, which just kind of sucks. You know, after we've been using it for more than 10 some years, they decided to actually cancel it because Canadian governments just want to overtax. We are having the same weather. You are crazy cold, then sunny sometimes. Yeah, it changes so much. It puts you into that mood where you're freaking depressed. They deliver to Australia. What is a good B complex? Make sure if you're gonna get some B complex, make sure it is a methylated form, just so it's easier on your body. Especially if you eat organs, Patricia. Water nutrition, yes, they're starting to eliminate a lot of supplements here in Canada. We've already lost about 4 different supplements, and cod liver oil is one of them. Dose of cod liver oil. Cod liver oil is very important, and minimum 3,000 to 1,000 milligrams daily. And if you can't get cod liver oil anymore, then if you are gonna get your omega-3s, then stick with high DHA levels because it does not oxidize as easy as the EPA levels. Flaxseed is bullshit. Flaxseed does not contain omega-3. Your body will not be able to convert it. Leonic acid to omega-3 will never happen. Anyone else that tells you otherwise, they're just bullshit and after your money. Flaxseed is just only used good for fibers. Same with chia seeds, guys. Should I order you all some and ship to you? No worries, Michael. What I've been doing is recently, since I discontinued about a month ago, I've been just taking pure DHA. I'm not getting any more EPA. The only time I'll probably get EPA only if I end up going out fishing. Omega-3 Jameson products good to buy? No, they're not. Jameson is probably one of the low-end hanging fruit of supplementation company. So I would never touch that. Hemp seed does not contain omega-3s. Nope. Mostly your omega-6s, and it's more of like the fiber more than anything. The only thing that actually contains omega-3s is fish, is grass-fed, grass-finished beef, and your eggs. That's where you get your omega-3s, rich omega-3s. Other than that, any plant-based is all bullshit. There's no omega-3s in them. Is there a daily recommended vitamin C amount? Yes, 3,000 milligrams per dose every 4 hours till you hit your tolerance levels. Okay, sardines are good. Sardines carry omega-3s. Don't buy from supplement. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any omega-3 supplements. The only one I would buy from an omega-3 is if you can find high source of DHA, because DHA does not oxidize. I checked on Amazon Canada. There is Carlson cod liver oil. I'll have to check to see if it's actually good. I haven't tried Carlson yet. Most of the companies I've checked, guys, I've done the certificate of analysis, and I've tested it myself, and I've tested their omega-6 to omega-3 ratio testing, blood testing. That's the only reason I kind of recommend some of these supplements. If you guys are giving me like a good brand out there, to be honest with you guys, if you have not really gotten your omega-6, omega-3 ratios and tested the product, then most of the time we don't know if it's working or not. Swollen legs, you're not hydrating correctly. I would start taking berberine and start taking some magnesium ionic chloride multiple times through the day, and never drink not 1 cup of water without having the trace minerals in it, so you can actually hydrate yourselves correctly. Or else you're going to overstimulate your kidneys, and once you overstimulate your kidneys, you're going to cause issues with your blood flow. My dog said to eat margarine instead of butter. You know, I think margarine, I was looking at the one reading the other day, margarine is 1 molecule away from being plastic. 1 molecule away from being plastic. I should actually pull the scientific literature on that and actually do a video on it, because it's very, very interesting. Margarine, guys, is 1 molecule away from being freaking plastic, and yet the freaking doctors and probably Dr. Allo and a whole bunch of other cardiologists, they recommend it instead of butter. Butter is the real deal, seriously. Butter is the real deal, guys. Grass fed, grass finished. Yeah, it's basically plastic, 100%. Margarine is plastic. Or I remember almost a couple of years ago, I saw one of my friends, having lunch, and he's like, Maurice, check it out. I'm like, what? He's like, I can't believe it's not butter. So he's eating this stuff with teaspoons after teaspoon after teaspoon. He's like, Maurice, it says on it, I can't believe it's not butter. It's not even butter. It's just he's eating pure margarine because the doctor told him eat as much as you could. How tall are you and your weight, Maurice? And your weight? I'm about 5'9". I weigh 150. Keep in mind, back in my time when I used to train, back in the day, 2002, 2003, I was 200 pounds. When I had the incident, I dropped to 175. 175 was my good weight, but since I started building my tiny house and not really eating as good, because I've been doing so much work, I'm like 150. Eat butter, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished butter, guys. It's one of the best things you can do for your health. Is 5,000 IU vitamin D safe to take daily? Yeah, you're supposed to take 1,000 IU per 25 pound of body weight. How about 180 milligrams EPA and 120 milligrams of DHEA per soft gel? That's very low. You gotta be taking at least like 5-6 of them at once. The sun is out, and when it hits nice. Like we'll probably have sun for about, I think, like 5-10 minutes, and after that it's gonna go away. And do get the ball, man. I'm getting tired. That cheese is killing me. I should not eat some. How do I treat migraine? Migraine is nothing to do with your brain or head. It's mostly your nerves and the neck. So so you guys can see the trench behind me here. I finished it from the trailer all the way up to here yesterday. After 3 days working and refilling the stupid holes, and I have to finish all that stuff behind me. It doesn't look much, but it's probably gonna take me about 4 hours. I have to finish it today. How much again for vitamin B? For vitamin D, 1,000 IU per 25 pound of body weight. Where are you hiking? I'm not hiking. I'm just, this is where I'm building my tiny house on top of the mountain, off grid. Get a Red Bull, Maurice. Yeah, no kidding. I had too many coffees. My heart is beating like crazy. It's not good. I don't feel good today. It's not good. Have some apple cider vinegar and water, Maurice. You'll feel better. I will. Yeah. The damn cheese was heavy, and usually I like to have like a slight piece of blue cheese, and to be honest with you, I like to actually keep the blue cheese in room temperature because it enhances the flavor. And if you actually eat it directly from the fridge, you end up eating more than you're supposed to and end up getting you a little bit tired. So I like to kind of always take like a chunk, and I can keep it in room temperature for a week, and every day I would take a little bit with my steak and eggs. And these eggs I bought, you guys saw my previous video, I bought 8 carton, and I think the lady kind of ripped me off because they're not even pasture raised. The white just breaks right away. The yolk is like yellowish, and I can't believe she got me into like buying 8 dozens because, I thought it was pasture raised. Disappointed again. I'm really disappointed. So that's it. I made my mind. I made a decision. I'm gonna actually build a small chicken coop, and I'm gonna get me like 5 or 6 chickens for this season, and get my own eggs. How much? I've learned something today about blue cheese. Thanks, Maurice. Cheers. High fat slow down blood circulation? No, it doesn't. That's a myth. High fat does not slow down blood circulation. It's sometimes your pancreas can't keep up with the absorption of fats, and that's why you end up feeling a little bit tired because you end up consuming more than usual of fat, especially if your body's not actually used to it. Maurice, my LDL is high and my triglycerides are normal range. How can I bring down the LDL? Why would you want to bring your LDL down if your triglyceride is fine? If your LDL is being oxidized, we can fix the oxidization. But if it's not being oxidized, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. I gave 13 chickens. I get 11 eggs every morning. Oh, nice. I was thinking of five chicken. If I can get like maybe 5 eggs every day, I'll give Duke like 3 eggs, and maybe I'll consume like maybe 2-3 eggs. I know I was consuming 10 eggs a day, but maybe I'll reduce. I'd rather get pasture raised and get commercialized bullshit eggs. I think that tree is gonna drop. It's kind of holding on the edge. Jameson Products says natural source for omega-3. Is this true? None of that stuff is true. It's all marketing bullshit. Call the company and ask them for certificate of analysis to make sure all that stuff is correct. Can we cake once a week? Yeah, you can take it. I would always say to everybody, live a little. Like, don't stress yourself out where you have to follow like a good diet. Yeah, you should, but at least once a week, live a little. You want to buy ice cream, you want to eat a piece of cake, enjoy it, but don't over freaking do it. It's good to have a farm chicken. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna have it on the level below me. And it's funny, like a lot of my neighbors have chicken, and they always keep them in a cage with 5 feet by 5 feet. I'm gonna actually give my chicken 70 feet by 40 feet to freaking run around and eat all the bugs and all the little freaking worms. Where does your water come from? Underground. It's a spring water. What do you think about Chilegit? If you can afford it, go for it. If you cannot afford it, don't waste your money and time on it. Seriously. Thoughts on hydrogenated water? It's bullshit. Gary Brecka is behind all that bullshit stuff, trying to make every single penny off every person. All that marketing bullshit. The hydrogen water has been launched about 8 years ago. I met a specific doctor that came up with the concept, and I bought the machine. He sold me on a machine that is $6,000. Use it maybe 2 or 3 times. It would take like 20 minutes to make one cup of a $6,000 machine at the clinic, and it's bullshit. It never really changed anything, never really lowered the inflammation, no blood work to actually verify things, and it does not enhance the absorption of nutrients in your gut. It's the same thing as taking digestive enzymes for a fraction of the cost. But these marketing schemes out there, they're just trying to make money off you guys. Seriously. It's just another hype for nothing. Every month or two, you're always going to hear about something as a big hype. Even thought, they have hydrogenated water and they talk about it in the scientific literature. The question is, who's sponsoring these fucking literatures? Is curcumin good to take every day? Curcumin is good if you know the percentage of it as an anti-inflammation. Do you have predators? We have black bears, brown bears, grizzly, coyotes. We have wolves. The only thing since I've been here, I've seen black bears and coyotes and one brown bear. I don't want to see any grizzlies. If I see any grizzlies, I know they're going to come through the fence and attack. So I have to actually have my 30-06 ready. But yeah, none of that. And the problem is, we have one big, huge problem. I have on my next neighbor, she's a vegan and a Karen. And I heard she's been fermenting food to actually feed the bears. So that's not really good. And we do have mountain lions here as well too. I haven't seen any yet. I don't want to see any, because I go into the crown land quite a bit by myself without Duke. Sometimes I have to fix like water lines and fix all that stuff, and they'll be usually hiding in the trees, ready to jump and bite you in the freaking neck. So when I go out there, I always have my little bear spray, my coyote spray, and sometimes I'll take a little rifle if I have to, especially when it's rainy and cold, because they're always on a lower level. But if it's nice and hot and sunny, they won't come down that low. How much land do you have there? I have only about 5 acres. I only have about an acre and a half cleared, Janet, because very, very expensive to clear. I've been clearing it for the past couple of years. But we have millions of acres behind me for crown land. So I can go in the bush anytime and go do little hikes out there. Always whenever you guys are buying a land, I know we bought this long time ago, always buy it by like crown land, just because you have the open space behind you. We have what you do minus the grizzlies. Yeah, I hate the freaking grizzlies. Every time there's actually a grizzly in the area, they'll send us like a message, like some neighbors will send us a message. Hey, there's grizzlies, be careful, keep your dogs inside, keep your food, keep all that stuff. So we always have to kind of be careful. I'm tired. What the hell? I gotta finish so much work. Collected wife's discharge for about 2 weeks, then flaked it into jar and mix it with minced garlic and about 8 ounces of prune juice. I have cured my own cancer. That's awesome. A cat named Scamper. We need and coyotes. And I've seen at night, what do you call them? They're like big rats. I can't remember the freaking names now. Wouldn't catch me without protection. Yeah, no kidding. Trust me, we need some. We need some here. I would never go outside behind me. Look at it, like right now, see how dark it is? It gets like really, really dense. It's good to have beets for smoothies. Beets are not bad, it's just very high on oxalates too. So if you have issue with oxalates, like joint pains and inflammation in the joints and stuff, then definitely go for it. But make sure your beet juice, you have to consume about 300 grams to activate your nitric oxide. If I smoke organic tobacco, I'll be okay. Yeah, you should be fine. There's no chemicals in it. Get a little natural high, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm badly hurt from the fall. Can you tell me what supplements I should take, please? From the fall. If you have inflammation, all you can do is just take anti-inflammatory pills, supplements. I can't really fix or, guide you on anything. If anything's damaged, ligaments or anything like that, you can definitely try peptides, but, it's not going to be like something magic where it happens very fast. I'm scared, very scared of bears. They are not your friends. I used to camp a lot. Now I barely do. And if I do, I have a giant can of bear spray or gun. Yeah, no way. See, guys, Arab mom. Thank you so much for the flowers. Cheers, guys. What you have to keep in mind, raccoons. There you go. Raccoons, bears, white lions, all the other bullshit stuff. All these are like animals. This is their area, and we stepped our foot in their area. If you don't conflict with them, they're never gonna come and harm you, right? And if you never think about them, they're never gonna show up. So always think positive. Seriously, you think me standing here right now, do I actually get worried that I'm in a dark place? Trust me, I've been out here at 2 o'clock in the morning taking Duke for a poop. 2 o'clock in the morning when he was only 6 months old, all the way till about a year and a half, and never really crossed my mind that I should be scared and stuff. I would actually see eyes lit. Could be deers, could be coyotes or whatever, but you never really think negative about it. Just continue doing your thing. They're ignoring you, you're ignoring them, and you're just gonna be a happy person. How can I tender the meat fast? You can put digestive enzymes, protease on it, let it sit for about 15-20 minutes, and it'll actually tenderize the meat. Sometimes some people will beat it a bit, or they actually stick needles in it. That's why it's called needling, and that's how you can actually tenderize it. It's good to have a grapefruit juice, yeah, at night. They're censored, the cancer talk. What did you take to cure cancer? It's on the YouTube channel, guys. Anything that is censored, anything that is blocked is gonna be on the YouTube channel, and all the recording is gonna be on YouTube. You guys can always go back and watch it. What do you think of Barbara O'Neill? She's okay. She's a little bit wacko in one area, but she has some good things on another area. What induces social anxiety? It's a deficiency in magnesium, and on top of that, to add, you have a deficiency in L-theanine. What do you think of vitamin B injections? There's no point, like injections and all the other stuff. There's no point of doing them, because you can fulfill the missing gas by taking certain proper supplementation. Just make sure you're getting the proper dose. Unless you're super deficient, then you can do the injection to actually speed up the process and fulfill your missing gap. Is wild yam good for testosterone? Wild yam is really good for progesterone, not so much of testosterone. Mostly good for women more than anything. We need a dang open plan. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I heard there's a Rumble, I think it's called, that you can talk about anything in there. Maybe I should open up an account there and start doing lives there, but that means all you guys have to actually, shift to another platform. creatine has benefits other than building muscles. No. Creatine will actually, with the D-ribose, is gonna, I believe, in my own words, I don't know if it's proven yet, I have to look at some scientific literature, I think we can reverse diseases with creatine and D-ribose. Rumble is great. Is there any? Yeah, maybe I'll look into Rumble because I heard a really good thing about it. Maybe start doing live there. Maybe is taurine good for anxiety? Not a whole lot. No, you need L-theanine. I'm 40. Should I take magnesium D3 creatine? 100%. And I would add leucine. What about creatine and HMB? Creatine is good, 100%. I like leucine. And HMB is good if you're over 40 due to muscle loss. It will prevent muscle loss. But keep in mind, leucine convert to HMB as well at a very, very small degree. Do you take NMN supplements? I do, yeah. I've been doing a lot of testing on it, the nicotinamide mononucleotide, and I'm doing some testing on resveratrol. I don't see blood sugar in your cheat sheet. What to do? Oh, maybe I missed it. I'll go ahead and add it. There's a lot of things you can do for blood sugars. There's berberine, there's D-ribose, there's creatine, there's shifting carbohydrates. There's almost like maybe 40 different type of vitamins and herbs you can take, from cinnamon to so many different teas. I just have to, can't think off my head sometimes. I use Rumble too. Do you take a copper supplements? I do sometimes right now. I've been taking 2 milligrams. I was taking 20 milligrams, was doing a testing to see what's the high dose that will actually affect the liver toxicity. And I took 20 milligrams daily, but I was taking almost about 140 milligrams of zinc because the ratio has to be 7-to-1. Didn't really find it did anything. So I kind of, for copper, I just drink the and copper water. Ginger tea works really good. Yes, NMN is expensive, right? Was the benefit. NMN is mostly for anti-aging, but we've been using it to cure people's kidney issues. Hey, Marek, how are you? In regards to lower back discomfort like sciatica, is there any benefits in supplement? Not really, other than magnesium glycinate to help ease off the nerve from being so much contracted, so it's a little bit more relaxed. What food is good for the brain, memory, or brain power? I did a video on that. You have L-theanine, you have Bacopa, you got hesperidin. These would be like your top 3. Muscle fatigue, D-ribose. That means you don't have enough ATP production. So D-ribose is going to aid with that. And you have creatine as well, is going to help with that, which is quite a bit. Do catch. We're going to get rain again. I would love to reverse left ventricle hypertrophy, my blood pressure and my, that's easily fixed. Connect with me, book a time, I can help you with that. And guys, I'm gonna put a free ebook soon, probably today or tomorrow, about vitamin C. Would be worth getting the free ebook so you guys can read it. I can watch it on your videos. Yes, you can watch it on my videos. Is salmon good for your brain power? Salmon is good, but it depends how you cook the damn salmon. If you overcook it, you're gonna oxidize the omega-3s, then you defeat the purpose. You got a new sub here, my dear. You're a wealth of knowledge. I grow and forage a lot of my own teas and medicine. That's awesome. Is there a type of turmeric ginger that you'd recommend? Make sure if you are actually doing turmeric, it's all about the curcumin, and the extraction has to be at least 90%. Ginger, you can definitely grow your own ginger organic, especially if you do a lot of forage and if you deal with a lot of herbs and stuff. That would be ideal. Best way to cook salmon, under 200 degrees, under 20 minutes before you actually oxidize the fats. How can I book with you, sir? If you go to my website, if you go on my profile bio picture, there's a website right under there. If you click on it, it will take you to my main page, Godwin, and this way we can have a little discussion. How do you cook? Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Michelle or Michael? I think it's Michelle. Michael, M-I-C-H-A-L. It's written different actually, or Miguel. I'm curious now. How can I get the ebook? So if you click on my picture profile, guys, again, under the picture profile on my main page of TikTok, let's see, or Facebook, you can actually see my website. And if you click on it, you can actually see all my ebooks. You can download some of the free ebooks, and you can book an appointment too. Tess, is there any natural citric acid, or citric acid is citric acid is usually derived from, like, say, fruits and lemons and stuff like that, right? But the problem is the citric acid that you guys see within, like, packaged goods, that's actually derived from corn after being fermented and has mold, because citric acid is a mold and it causes some of the allergies. Michelle, you guessed it. Okay. Good, awesome. Thanks so much for subscribing, and definitely looking forward of chatting. Is ginger, what? I missed it. Oops. Is garlic really good to take every day? You could. 3 cloves a day would be ideal. If you go more than 3 cloves a day, you're gonna kill some brain cells. If you kill some brain cells, then you're gonna have like a scattered brain. Your brain is gonna be all over the place. Duke, come and take a break. It's raining again. Let me relax. What are the symptoms of clogged arteries? Shortness of breath. Like right now, I'm having shortness of breath. Maybe I got clogged arteries. Who knows? Or maybe it's the food I've been eating. Okay, I take magnesium glycinate every night and I still wake up with bad feet and leg cramps. Magnesium glycinate at night. You gotta take magnesium ionic chloride during the daytime, magnesium glycinate at night with L-theanine. You're not getting enough in your gut. Your gut is not actually absorbing it because probably your pancreas is not producing enough pH to actually absorb the magnesium correctly. Is ginger ale pulp healthy to drink for nausea? Yeah, it's not bad. That works pretty good. Dude, come up here. Let me sit for a minute. Wait, let me sit for a bit. What's wrong with you? I've been standing all day, my friend. Let's see Duke. Okay, let's see Duke. There's Duke. You guys can see him. If you guys take the screen, I'll show you guys Duke. There's Duke. Can you guys see him? Can you show us your dog? Got a German Shepherd a few months ago. Love him. There you go. There's my little German Shepherd, European German Shepherd. If you guys can see him, he's only 2 years old. Do you know how to cure hyperthyroid Hashimoto? Yeah, I know how to cure it. It's underactive thyroid. It's 80% your gut, 20% your thyroid. I've left off this week. Does anyone else notice a difference around the full moon? I felt off this week. I don't know. I haven't been seeing the moon, Jimmy. It's been freaking raining and the weather, look at it. It's like freaking dark for the past 4 days. If you can't breathe correctly, it's clogged arteries. That's a possibility. Or maybe your lungs are not functioning 100%. What plant cure cancer? That's a tough question. You can probably find all that information in my cheat book. Look at that. The ball is right beside him. He keeps it there. Duke, come on. It's too far off. Doesn't want to come. Yeah, the weather, look at that. It's like a dark black. Is there a way to balance your body after you had thyroid cancer? If it was removed? Unfortunately, the only thing you can do is take iodine and L-tyrosine, and you can kind of get off the medications if they put you on medication for life. He's fabulous, thank you. So how old is your German Shepherd? You just bought one, didn't you? I eat 2 handfuls of walnuts, Brazil nuts with few days each day. Yeah, there's your selenium and there's your unsaturated fats. It's just you're gonna get some anti-nutrient effect as well too. How do I make my lungs work properly? Oh, you need like a small machine, a breathing device. First of all, you need to take NAC to actually remove any mucus, and you need like a device that I'll show you. I've been actually utilizing for the last week for a company, been testing it. Very cheap. It's only like a few dollars, but it actually enhances the capacity of your lungs. 9 months. He's an old soul. 9 months. Wow. That's still young. Very baby. Duke is still a baby. He's only 2 years old. Trust me, 9 months and 6 months was like tough, because he would wake me up in the middle of the night to actually peep and poop. Let me see your lungs machine, please. Let me make sure it is good first before I share it with you guys. I hate showing things and getting people excited, and the outcome turns out to be bad. Duke, it's raining. Come inside. Okay, so thyroid is removed. There you go. Come here, boy. You have to come with a go sit for a bit. We're gonna start working on the house in the next 2 days. We won't be coming here anymore. Yeah, once the thyroid is removed, you'll have to go on a lot of the medication for life, especially like the thyroid and all that. You can always also kind of skip the thyroid medication and just go with, let's say, tyrosine. Works really good. How to prevent thyroid problems? My sis has overactive. Also, overactive thyroid, hyperthyroidism. Sometimes it's a genetic issue that has been activated. The only way you can get away from it is having acetyl L-carnitine. Duke, I'm gonna come inside for a bit. I need some water. I need some good water. Yeah, thyroid meds currently. Yeah, the thyroid meds are actually their synthetic form of tyrosine. Tyrosine is an amino acid. Eating eggs every day is good for you. Yeah, I eat eggs every day. I eat about 3 to 10 eggs a day. But I'm gonna actually start to cut down on eggs because I'm having a hard time getting good pasture raised. And I don't like eating non-pasture raised eggs because it actually causes more inflammation more than anything. So either get them pasture raised or don't bother because the flavor is different. Heard chickpeas lower cholesterol. Yeah, they do that because they're very high in fiber. Come inside. Come. I want to sit down for a bit. Okay. Doesn't want to come in. When you go buy eggs at the store, which egg is best for you? You gotta make sure they are free range. If you can't buy pasture raised, buy free range eggs. Simple as that. But again, you know, they still feeding them grains and they're still feeding them feed, which is kind of bullshit. Here in Canada, we don't have good like pasture raised unless you're growing your own. Which just kind of sucks. Seriously. Let's put some magnesium. Got out of the hospital. I had 4 stents. They had to put 1 more. Cleaned out 3, but I was too calcified. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing good. 4 stents. You're probably on medications for life. I can help you wean off in time if you like. Book a time with me, Virginia, and we can kind of go through everything. In South Africa, Woolworth, best free-range eggs and organic stuff. Woolworth, that's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, some countries you are gonna get like full pasture-raised, good quality, free-range. Some countries, unfortunately, we don't get any at all, and which is kind of too bad because sometimes you get a lot of farmers. Sometimes they take advantage of you and they bullshit you. So let me show you what I have here. You guys can see. So these eggs are free range. I only have 3 of them. And these, okay, so these eggs are free range. These eggs are supposed to be actually free range, but look how small they are as well. They're much smaller. The problem is with these guys, they are free range and they're pasture raised. But the problem is because the lady does not look after them very well. So she doesn't have like a real chicken coop. And what happened is she actually goes into her 20 acres to actually look for the eggs. And sometimes when she finds the eggs, they're full of poop and everything, which is fine. We clean them up. But the problem is because we don't know how long they've been sitting there sometimes. And when you crack the egg, most of the time the yolk breaks and the white spreads all over the place. So technically, they could be quite old. We don't know the age of them. These guys are not now. These guys are not white, by the way. They're just like beige color. These guys are a little brownish. This lady, she actually has a chicken coop. She has 50 chickens, but she only gives them about 10 feet in range. So they are considered like free range, but she claimed they are 100% pasture raised, which is I think is bullshit when you have that small of a section for them. They're not gonna be 100% pasture. Obviously, she's giving them feed. Even thought on a thing she says she has it stamped as being pasture raised, but they're not. So that's what I mean. They tend to kind of bullshit so much that is tough to kind of know which ones. Now my neighbor has ended up getting a different type of chickens, and his eggs are either brown, green, bluish color, dark colorations, and that's the kind of eggs you want because based on the chickens, they'll be way better. It's crazy how many food products are banned in other countries that ours tries to force feed us. Yeah, it's insane, especially in Canada and the USA, right? A lot of the products are banned in a lot of the European countries, and yet here they force feed us a lot of the stuff, and it's all garbage, it's all man-made. It's insane. So those eggs are best than white eggs. Yeah, you know what? You want to stay away from white eggs. So what happened, guys, with white eggs? Sometimes they actually the breed of the chicken they have, they're actually what do you call them? They're actually meant to actually have eggs every single day. They're like almost like a cloned genetic type of eggs. They're mostly used for commercialized, and a lot of farmers have them here. So they actually hatch an egg every day, and they're actually meant to give you eggs every day for 7 years. So now you're gonna tell me these chickens are healthy? They're probably depleted, and the nutrient factors inside the eggs is very, very depleted. So you're spending money on bullshit stuff, and you're not really getting the quality that you want. So that's why right now I'm trying to kind of pick and choose where to get my eggs, unless I'm actually gonna get my own chicken coop. I'm gonna build one. It's gonna take me like probably a couple days a week. Hopefully it won't take too much, and I'll actually have my own eggs. Then we can actually compare the difference. I will stop eating white eggs. Get your own chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna get my own chicken. The thing is, I haven't gotten chicken because I don't know how the winter is gonna be like, whether it's gonna be too cold or not, and how I'm gonna actually support the chicken. So I'm still kind of learning the whole process of possibly, starting like a little farm section for myself. As you guys can see, the sea can behind me. We put the electrical box in there. I put my freezer in there. I'm gonna put my washing machine in there as well too. So everything's gonna be set up in that sea can, and once all done, then I'm gonna go spend money and just build the chicken coop as well too. Hi Maurice, what would you say is best to prevent oxytotoxicity and neuroinflammation? I did a video on that. The excitotoxicity is usually an issue that comes from citric acid or MSG products, and taurine, zeolite, quercetin, curcumin, all that stuff will actually help with that. Now, if you want anything for neuroinflammation, you have DHA, pure DHA, and I take pure DHA right now. And you can do ellagic acid, actually is really good, and hesperidin. Glycine works not bad. I get, for some reason, every time I get a glycine, I take glycine, I end up burping loss. Something I'm not absorbing correctly, so I stopped using glycine recently. You can supplement your heat for them. They will slow down laying in winter, but nothing beats your own chickens. Okay, because we get about 7 feet of snow here. So that's why I'm kind of, curious how I'm going to actually have the chickens and support them and stuff during the winter time. Thanks for sharing the X difference. I didn't know about this. Do you think a blood donation is healthy to get rid of stored iron? Yes, it is. It is good to do it at least once every 3 months or once every 6 months. I'm so happy for you creating your paradise. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. A lot of work, and the weather doesn't help. Could you have your own chickens with Duke? That's the thing, like they're gonna be separated because if I have Duke around the chickens, I know I'm gonna wake up one day and all the chickens are gone. because Duke loves chicken, and of course he wants to consume them. Unless, if it doesn't do well in the winter, I'll feed him the chickens at the end of the year. How many times should you donate your blood? You can do it once every 6 months, ideally. I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. What supplements can I take? You can take acetyl L-carnitine. Look, it's sunny again. I want to drink some apple cider vinegar, like Miss Cosme mentioned. Let's see if it does any good. Usually, I don't like to take apple cider vinegar, but we're gonna try some. Because that cheese killed me. I still have a lot of cheese. I can't believe I bought a whole block of 4 kilograms. It's a lot, and I had too much. Maybe he would end up being a good chicken protector after he gets used to. Yeah, no kidding. Well, once I get him, I'm gonna actually get him to actually. Okay, I'll dilute some. I'm gonna actually get him to put him in 2 different cages, so this way he can be nice to them. Because trust me, he actually anything I give him, like as an animal, he actually beats them. Like he hits them with his paws, and they're dead. So I have to kind of be careful. He almost did the same thing to a small dog. One of our neighbors came by. He's like, "Oh, they can meet. They're okay." And Duke hit him with the paw, knocked him down. I'm like, I thought the dog was dead or something. Like seriously, he knocked him out. He was in pain. When you have hyperthyroidism, the best thing to do is limit iodized salt and sea salt. Is this true? Not entirely, no. Not entirely true. We're actually gonna put some Celtic salt. We're gonna put some potassium. I'm gonna see if I can make myself feel better. The blue cheese is killing me. Or if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna take some digestive enzymes. German Shepherds have panda paws. Yeah, no kidding. Their paws are like massive, especially right now since you got your German Shepherd. His paws are like massive, and after that, when they hit like roughly about a year and a half, they're fully grown to a point. They actually get fully grown at 3 years old. They're actually they start to kind of look even and balanced. Killer Shepherd, lol. Yeah, no kidding. I think because I feed him too much chicken. That's why he craves it. We had actually 9 turkeys last year come to the land, and he actually went after them. I had to go after him, and I had him on like a 50 feet leash. I had to go and get him because he was going after them like crazy. You're saying that donating the blood helps your body system? It does, yeah, especially if you have high iron. Do you always get iodine from salt only? Not from salt only. Some would actually says yes, some don't. I think I had too much coffee, that's why. So I'm gonna take some digestive enzymes. I'll take like 4. Something does not sit good in me. What kind of red raw meat are you eating? Yak. This is a meat I eat. It's yak meat. It's very similar to beef. The only reason I like it is a little bit sweeter and has like a nice little flavor, sweet flavor to it. But if you cook it, you have to be very careful because you can actually dry it up very, very fast. It's lean and tastes good. What milk is best to drink? Raw milk. Hi, what causes morning headaches upon rising but then it settles? It's something you're doing at night. Sometimes it's lack of breathing, and sometimes supplements you're taking at night is causing the grogginess in the morning. You need to flush the excess caffeine out. And I was thinking of drinking another cup of coffee, but I shouldn't be doing that then. Metoprolol and losartan together. Yeah, I can get you off these medications, no problem. Are the digestive enzymes any good? My son got his bladder and is on them. He says no difference. They will actually help break down the food. If you have no gallbladder, technically you need to take bile acids, not so much of digestive enzymes. Yeah, I shouldn't have any more coffee. That's it. I think I had 3. And 4, and that's not good. Let's go start outside. The sun is gone again. Eye twitching. My left eye twitches. Your left eye twitches because you're deficient in magnesium. I have Crohn's disease. Take some digestive enzymes. I'm gonna sit down. I think my legs are weak from lifting. Went almost through 10 ton. Yeah, about 10 ton of dirt, of 50 feet of 2 feet deep, trying to cover with a freaking level because we couldn't get an excavator and I had to get it done fast. Mushroom coffee is a new addiction. I tried mushroom coffee, didn't really like it much, but maybe I'll give it a shot again to see, or maybe I'll make some tea instead of coffee now. I should stop over drinking too much coffee. I was just a little bit stressed trying to finish some things. I don't understand why magnesium glycinate gets so much hype. Magnesium taurate has been 10x better for me. Oh, 100%. Magnesium glycinate because it is the easiest thing, and a lot of influencers, they make the most money out of it. It's not whether it helps or not. They see which products makes them most money, they actually sell it. They're just selling it blindly to people and they don't even realize what it's doing for them. And people are buying it. Chicory and dandelion root coffee. Chicory and dandelion root coffee. I gotta try that. Where do you get raw milk from the store? There's no raw milk in Canada anymore. It's been banned 15 years ago. I cannot get it. No difference, brand tastes different. Okay. Different brands taste different. I got a coffee, new addiction. I gotta check it out. I don't think we have any here in Canada. I have to actually import it. How can I lower my high triglyceride? I did an ebook on how to lower your cholesterol. Go check it out, please. It would be great. Where do you buy your raw milk? I was getting it from a local farm. He was giving it to me, but I can't get it this year because he's not there anymore. So I cannot get any. USA also going after farmers selling raw milk and cheese. Oh, wow. Really? That's stupid. They did it about 14 years ago, 15 years ago here in Canada. And we didn't have any raw milk for almost like a good 10 years till I started to kind of stumble up, on certain individuals start to kind of give it to me for free, but now they don't anymore. They're just all worried. What do you think about borax? What's wrong with borax? I use it. I take 1/8 of a teaspoon per 1 liter of water to get my boron. Cracks in the tongue, you're insulin resistant, and not proper hydration, and you're eating a lot of citric acid and mold in your body. What's borax for? It's good for your joints, good for your testosterone, good to regulate your calcium. Skim milk is good to drink. Skim milk should be in the garbage. Yes, they are. Amish farmers are getting hit hard in PA, USA. Wow. Yeah, it's insane how, it's funny, all the good stuff they're actually doing it, they're eliminating from our system here. It's crazy. Why borax instead of straight boron? It's higher absorbable rates, and you get about 32 milligrams of boron per 1/8 of a teaspoon. Or else you'll be taking a lot of boron, and trust me, you'll be spending all the money. Boron is expensive for nothing. It's bullshit. It is all planned. They want us to eat Microsoft food. They want to print everything. They want to poison. It's funny. I was reading this article. We have how many? 7 billion people or something in this world. If we can actually capable of giving every person more than 100 acres, and we'll have so much land and so much freedom and no sickness or nothing, but yet the fucking government is so, well, everybody's so greedy. Can't say just Microsoft food. Bill Gates is a psychopath. Yes, we're gonna be eating Microsoft food, guys. It's all gonna be planned perfectly. 2% milk is good to buy. No, it's garbage. Either you buy raw milk or you don't take milk at all. Duke, where are you? Oh, there you are. He's sitting right under me, under the deck. Come up here. Come and save Simon. Don't forget, he wants to block out the sun too. Yeah, they wanna give us artificial sun. They already started doing that in China, and it's a patent design. Now, wonder what's gonna happen next. Does Sprouts have raw milk? Does what? Does Sprouts have raw milk? Does Sprouts have raw milk? No. Bug burgers? I have a teaspoon. Have a teaspoon, a liter of water, plus half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of calcium. Oh, you're taking a full teaspoon. You're doing that daily? That's pretty high amounts. I know our bodies can capable of taking 50 milligrams, but I didn't think they could actually absorb that much because we're only designed to absorb anywhere between 8 to 10 milligrams of boron per dose. That's quite a bit. How you like it? I'm interested to know. That's pretty good. What kind of help? I would start going on high levels of neurokinase and vitamin K2 and with ellagic acid for issue with removing coronary artery. Sorry, Sprouts is healthy grocery store in the USA. What milk can we buy from a store that is healthy? None. My eczema is gone. That's awesome. That's really good. According to some, the sun we see isn't the real one. It's white light as opposed to yellow. It's true. That's what I've been reading lately. So what happened to our sun? Like, are we living in like a holographic system here? That everything is being blocked and manipulated, so we're not actually know what's going on. He probably is chasing turkeys. He's just in the corner. Look at them. Our neighbors has chicken. I'll bet you if I let him go, he'll go after them like crazy. Is raw milk healthier than pasteurized? Yes. Boron 100%. That's awesome. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bill Gates already started messing with the sun. They want to mess with some, like come on, look how cold it is. Here in the month of May, we had snow 2 days ago. Just like the weather simulation, all fake. So what's the point of living anymore, right? Come here, Duke. Right here. Come on, I'll play with you. I need to move. It's getting cold. All the foods we buy from the stores is unhealthy. All the food we buy from the store is fake food. We've been eating fake food as far as I can remember. I'll give you guys an example. I was 6 years old when I went to the supermarket and I saw these crab legs, and I love seafood. I'm like, and I start telling my mom I want some crab legs. She told me that story. And since then, I would eat these crab legs at least once a week till I was almost 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. Finally, you start to actually understand some of these ingredients. And you know, a lot of these crab legs are fake food made from like starches and bullshit. So imagine, I'm talking like more than, 30 years ago. So we've always had fake food on our shelf. We just never really looked into it much. And that's the downfall. And that's a big issue. And no wonder we have diseases, like insanely high diseases. What is your education and certificate? I got my education through TikTok cardiologist. TikTok offers a class now. You just go and you book yourself in and you become a cardiologist through TikTok. That's how I got my education. It's pretty awesome. Anybody can do it now. Within like the first 5 minutes, you sign up, you go watch a couple videos. You're a flicking, you're Dr. Maurice now. Seriously, there's so many people doing that these days. It's funny. They lose weight, they fix their heart, they fix their gut, they gain muscles. Now they become certified of TikTok. All the foods we buy from store is unhealthy. All the food we buy from store, at least, guys, at least 90% of it is fake. Seriously. Martin, so no education. I'm a clinical nutritionist. Been like that for the past 20 some years. So if you have any questions you want to ask me, go for it. I'm a doc too, TikTok qualified. Cheers to that. And the funny is, a lot of these certificates, they never expires. Education doesn't mean knowledge. 100% true. 100% true. You go to school, you pay thousands of dollars. They give you like 20 books to learn. You come out, you memorize these 20 books, but yet you have zero experience. We're all made in China. All these books are made in China probably too. Hi Maurice, Altorine mix with which kinds of magnesium? Magnesium ionic chloride. Doctors are trained by Big Pharma now. And you know who supports Big Pharma? Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola supports Big Pharma. It's like a big corporate money-making machines. Seriously. And yet, us people, we just keep spending our money there and we wonder why we get sick. Then we actually have to go buy medications. By the time we hit the age of 50 or 60, we're already taking like 12 different medications. The 13 families are behind Big Pharma. Yes. The richer gets richer. The poor dies at a certain age and they never accomplish anything. We all die with dreams and none of these dreams, they come true unless we break that. Do you get the C19? No. I don't have any vaccine. All that stuff is bullshit. Full of mercury in the body to kill you very slowly and give you like heart attacks and clots. Catch. You guys want to live, you have to live up here. You have to live in a crown land location and that's it. And you know what you hunt, what you get your hands on, that's what you should eat. Never buy anything from a store. Even right now, like even Mr. T for Canada, I know last year they hired a helicopter and they actually shot more than 90 animals, 90 deers with a vaccine. So figure that out. So even hunters out there trying to actually get some food, we could get the vaccine just like that. I shouldn't be talking like that too much. They'll come after me probably. I was just joking. I meant if you got the disease. I've only had one flu shot in the late 90s. Don't do vaccine. Good, yeah. You don't need that stuff. You don't need that stuff. Where is the sun? Imagine if we're living like this the whole time, like, you know, being cloudy and being rainy all the time. You know what would happen? We would all actually go into like a huge depression. Seriously, because that weather actually makes you sleepy, makes you tired, and you don't feel like doing anything. It's kind of insane. Are you kidding about the deers? No, I'm not kidding. It's actually for real. That's what they did here in Canada. We don't know what are and meats that come from farms. The government pays out farmers. They do pay out farmers like crazy. Like that's the thing. Like you know how we're always fighting inflammation. We're fighting inflammation so much, but yet even thought if we're buying like healthy foods or farmers' food, you can't trust these guys anymore because you don't know who's been bought. TikTok won't let me type the C word. Yeah, they actually block a lot of things. We have to be careful. It is a big mafia. It's too bad. It's too bad, seriously. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we live in it. And a lot of people don't even see that. It's just, we're only like a small fraction of what we can change. That's a very, very small fraction. Farmers want money. Governments has lots of money, period. Yep, they're getting antibiotics for animals, for farmers. Farmers want money, government. It's scary how many people are still blind even after the last 4 years. The percentage is very, very high. We have too many Karens on our hand that, you know, they live with it. They say, oh well, you know, that's life. We're gonna live till we're like 50 or 60 and die, but at least, you know, we accomplished. What the fuck did you? Sorry for my language, but what the hell did you guys accomplish? Zero. You've worked, you paid your duties, you paid your taxes, you bought a home, you did all that stuff. You never really got a chance to retire or enjoy life, and you pass that on to your kids, and your kids do the same thing. So all we're doing is just we're being farmed for the big people, for the big large groups. So we're just little farmers that we're actually work. We're a working class. We're not a thinking class. That's all it is, and that's all they want. Karen's still wearing mask alone in the car. Yeah, no kidding. It's insane. If we all united, it could be true, but the percentage, we are still a small percentage. We're just a very, very small fraction. Because when it comes down to it, a big percentage won't do anything. They talk, but there's no action behind it. So it's kind of tough. It's just too bad. Good catch, Duke. Due to chemicals in the food, it's hard to stay healthy. It is. So we can only take a lot of, that's why a lot, if you guys notice over the past 10 years now, the intermittent fasting has become so popular that a lot of people are doing it and feeling great. They're losing weight, less inflammation, less diabetes, and so many things. And now they came up with a study almost a couple months ago saying how intermittent fasting is damaging to the body. So there's always going to be something out there, and people are always going to believe that scientific literature and references. But at the end of the day, all we can do is just definitely like. Twitchy says, we do need the positive effect. We don't want to think of nothing negative, and we just want to continue fighting our way through, and maybe one day we can make a huge difference. Because that control will only last for so long. If you truly believe in God, or truly believe whoever your creator is, one day we could possibly, maybe one day we could win. Who knows? But the odds are very slim. I'd like to know if there are other folks out there who are suffering from itchy skin outbreaks, who spend a lot of time outdoors. This has no other origin that we can find. Itchy skin. So do you think it's something in the atmosphere that is causing that? You are correct. I was one of the few who never wore the mask, and since birth never been vaxxed. That's good. That's good to hear. Do you believe in intermittent fasting? I practice it daily. Actually, intermittent fasting, and once every 6 months, sometimes I do like a 5-day fasting. It's usually it's coming up in the month of June. I don't know if I'm gonna do it because I'm trying to finish the tiny house, and I'm extremely, extremely tired. So I'm running down, and I just don't want to lose weight as much as I lost last year. So I might maybe skip it this June. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll just do like a 3-day instead of like a 6-day. What do you think about intermittent fasting? Well, think of it. It's common sense, right? Back in the day, we feast and we fast, right? So it's good to feast and it's good to fast. So it's been a part of nature. There was no such thing as eating 6 meals a day, or eat every 2 hours to keep your metabolism running, or do this and do that. It's all bullshit. It's the same thing right now where they blame LDL for atherosclerosis. LDL has nothing to do with atherosclerosis. It's what causing the LDL to oxidize is because of the fake food we consume. So they give you fake food, your LDL oxidizes, you take more statins. It's the same thing. You eat 6 meals a day, you gain weight, we give you medication so we can kind of maintain your healthy weight. So it's all kind of a big planned, a big game. So we all kind of fall into that system. So you have certain bodybuilders, they fall into the system where they eat 6 meals a day and a lot of whey protein and stuff to get big. We have another system where they end up eating a lot of the fake food and they become pre-diabetic or have heart disease. You have so many different levels. So they've actually caught every single level of different people that actually have different effect. I can't imagine another 20 years what food will look like. Yeah, it's gonna be like Star Trek. You go to the machine, you type in what you want, or you tell the machine, hey, I want a burger with like a sourdough bread with a ribeye steak, and it's just gonna print the damn thing for you, and it's gonna, because it's the same material that it prints, you can actually, the plastic and everything is gonna be edible. Everything's gonna be edible. So your plate is gonna be edible, your forks are gonna be edible, the meat is gonna be edible, and it goes into your body, you process it, and you poop it out, and you get zero nutrients. All the vitamins and nutrients will be all will be adjusted. So you'll be eating plastic. It kind of mimics the flavor of a beef, but it's not really true beef or true meat or true bread or true whatever it is. So it's going to be interesting. We'll be living like a Star Trek. Some people, looking forward to that. Going vegan. Well, 99% of the plants are they're not edible. You can go ahead and go vegan. Is the money going to be edible? Also, yes. I'd like a stack of $100 bills with extra ketchup. There you go. There you go. That's the way to do it. It'll be quite interesting. I hope we live another 20 or 30 years. I hope we do. And it would be very interesting to see what the outcome is going to be like. Because it'll be very interesting. I know for a fact there wouldn't be any more outdoors. People will be living in condos. Food will be delivered to your place, or food will be printed with a small machine that you might have at home. You'll be sitting at home playing computer games and helping people online, and you wouldn't leave the freaking house. You'll be just sitting all inside. So it'll be interesting to see what the next 20 or 30 years will be like, because I think the percentage that they're gonna live out in the farms and places like that is gonna be so minuscule that there'll be like fires and be like destruction all over the place. That will be very, very tough. Bioengineering food is forbidden in Russia and Italy, and I think maybe we need to move there. I have already a couple of friends who moved to Russia, and I hope they do that to a lot of places. If they don't, then we're slowly. But keep in mind, you know, once they get rid of the government from Russia, let's say they replace Putin or they replace whoever it is in Italy, guess what? They might agree to a big fat check of money, and they'll actually allow it again. So it's all a matter of time. They have good soil for garden. Yeah, I think so. Even GMO food is forbidden in Russia. I heard. Yeah. So this is what I did. I did build a greenhouse last week. I did plant all my 40 some cucumbers, and I know it's not part of the. And what happened is, usually we get a frost the first week of May, but we've had snow a couple days ago, and last week we had another snow and 3 days of frost. So it kind of killed half of my plantings. So let's go check them out before I let you guys go, because I have to go finish my digging for the day, or else the guys won't be able to come up here to the top to drop off my stuff. But let me go show you guys my little greenhouse, and hopefully, I haven't checked it today yet, hopefully not much is dead from the weather. Duke, wait, give me a sec. Go. Oh, where are you that you are still getting snow? In Canada. Oh, I know he doesn't care about Western currency. That's why I hope they'll keep that and not really change. So let's go inside my greenhouse. I put this cover to keep it nice and warm because it was getting so freaking cold here, and all my plants are dying, and I think maybe that's why. So there's my cucumbers. They're not even healthy. They're not even doing good because it's been so cold. So I already had one die here yesterday. This one looks like it's gonna probably die. See, they're turning a little bit yellowish. They're not even actually growing. Okay, there's another one is dying. Like look at that. The only ones that are doing good, zucchinis, because they like cold weather. We got watermelon. They're doing good. Onions, cabbages. There's only one left. I had 12 here, and a deer came in here and actually ate them, but they're starting to kind of come out again, which is fine. Strawberries, from here all the way there, 40 plants of strawberries. Not one freaking sprouted. Not one freaking sprouted. Do you have a heat source there? I'm using gas right now. I am installing a wood stove. So there's my cayenne pepper. There's only one. Two of them died already. Is taurine and taurate the same magnesium? Yes, it is. So the weather's been so freaking cold that nothing's happening. So the only thing that is actually surviving good, this is my rosemary as well. I'm planting as well some carrots. This is for Duke because he loves carrots. And I got a new, these are some more cucumbers, 5 of them. They're not hatching yet. I just reseeded them. Like 2 days ago, I just need some because I had like 60 plants. Now I'm down to like 25 plants of cucumber, which is kind of sucks. These, there's 4 of them here, and I have 4 here. These are actually artichoke specific, very similar like potatoes, but they're actually very high in fiber. It's a test that I'm actually doing. They actually grow whether it's cold or super hot. They will actually grow. Very expensive. I got them from the US. So it's been very tough. So I don't think like there's another one here. Like another one here is dead. It's sad. Like seriously, it's just I was looking forward and I made this whole greenhouse for it. And if it doesn't get sunny in the next like 3-4 days, I think all the plants are gonna die. And it's not water; they're actually moist enough. It's just a matter of timing, which is it's too bad. It's too bad. Last year by this time, I already had about a couple cucumbers. Now nothing. 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt per gallon of water daily, they will be fine. Okay. 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt. I have to go buy some Epsom salt. How's the people up there? We got a lot of bees. They come here. Lots. If you have some fleece, do you have heat source in there? Yeah, the only heat source I have is gas heater right now, and I'm installing a wood stove. But yeah, like I have this whole thing. It's like a little greenhouse that I bought and everything. I was very excited. 40 plants of strawberries. Nothing came out because my nieces and nephews, they like to come in the month of August to actually visit. So I thought I'll have lots of strawberries, and nothing. Not even one. Not even one. So very disappointed. Not really happy about that. You spend so much money on them and nothing grown. So the only thing that is actually showing up a bit is the onions, which is normal. Just gonna keep the deers away. And I have these plants behind me. These are like honey berries. They're very, very small. They won't actually do good for the next year or so. Here in Edmonton, not sunny, still cold. Yeah, we've gotten snow in Banff, by the way. You guys are about an hour and a half from Banff. I was in Calgary as well too. It's been raining lots. Here in BC, we actually had snow. So it hasn't been that good. And usually our summer here is very, very short. Very short. Dig here, Duke. Very, very short. So if we don't actually have good summer, then we're probably not gonna have anything to enjoy, like fruits and stuff. And for me to buy frozen fruits, it's not really ideal. Are you scared of the future? It's not whether I'm scared of the future. I'm ready for the future. A lot of us have to be ready. Nothing to be scared of. I've lived it before. Living in the Middle East, we had to struggle lots, and you struggle for the main essentials. Whether it's water, whether it's power, whether it's certain foods. And if it comes down to it, I have no problem of surviving it. It's just you'll always feel bad for certain people. It's summer. It's summer here all year long. Where are you at, Leighton? About the unhealthy food and vaccine, Jesus loves you. Thank you. Where are you at, Leighton? Summer. I need to move to a place where it's summer all year long. Sometimes South Africa has the best weather for planting. Yes, they do. I lived in Beirut. Hey, I lived in Beirut for 20 some years. That's awesome, Ricky. And you know how it is there, how it's like and how it's been sometimes. So it's difficult in a lot of these places. So every country has their ups and downs. Every country has their ups and downs, but sometimes you just have to right now what they're investing in, they're doing these winter greenhouses where they're insulated and heated for 25 degrees to 30 degrees, so you can actually grow certain things. It's all artificial stuff, right? But they're not cheap either. They're becoming a huge thing in China now. You can actually order the whole kit. But it's too bad that we became to this time frame. Hungary has real borders. Okay, guys. Oh wow, it's almost 2:15. I do have to get going because I still have about 4 hours of digging, and I have to actually flatten that section so the truck can come up here and make it. So what I'll do is always good answering you guys' questions, and maybe we'll touch base tomorrow again. Holland has those greenhouses for many years. Yeah, they're finally gonna bring him here to Canada after being approved. They are using electric culture, and we can't really use much electricity here anymore to heat up things in Canada because the prices are like doubled and tripled because of our carbon tax bullshit. But anyway, guys, enough talking about all that stuff. You guys don't forget, book a time with me. We can have a consultation, help you with anything you guys require, and this way I can stay up here and survive. And in the meantime, you guys touch base. We'll probably chat tomorrow. Cheers. If I know how to turn off TikTok now.